One of my followers left a message for me, undiluted word commented, still arguing about the godfathers, whether your pastors are your parents. Welcome to the moment of truth. I am going to break it down for you why they are not your parents and they cannot be your parents. I'm going to start with Kumuyi. Meet the first son of Kumuyi who lived a wayward life in Chicago. That's his first son, Jeremiah. That boy opened many people's eyes. Many fools that allow themselves they allow themselves to allow Kumuyi to destroy their lives, to ruin their lives, to subject their life to nothing, to ridicule their lives, to make nothing out of their lives. That boy teaches a lot of people a good lessons. So Kumuyi is not what he says he is. His sons knows him. He grew up with him. He knows he's a liar. He's a pretender. He's a Satan sent, because anybody that manipulates the word of God is satanic. Anybody that say do as I say, don't do as I do, don't do as word of God prescribed tells us to do is satanic. Then I'm going to move, and because of that, he did not disown his son. He's still his son. When his son came, people managed to bring that boy to the altar to give testimony and all that. He was so happy. If he was one of his members, alele, everybody will disown the person with curse, with everything. Nobody will look at that person's side. That's one reason that they are not your father. They know their own children. Stop deceiving yourself. The next one is Adeboye. Adeboye managed to get job for his you know how he managed to do it, to find him a job, a good job, make him his PA. He said they wanted to kill him, they wanted to poison him, so he elevated his son above all the old men. He break the protocol to be his PA. That's another example. He is not your father. If he cannot trust you like he trusted Leke, he is not your father. You know, he came to boast that he has killed many of his pastors. Anyone that disobey him, he will just say his father will kill them, because those ones, they are under him. His father will kill them truly. And he decreed the same death on Daddy Freeze. I gave Daddy Freeze 2 months to live, because Daddy Freeze exposed the tithing and everything. Daddy Freeze is still living till today. Oh, that's why he's not your father. Oh, Leke Adeboye that is exposing him, that call him a grandmaster, that is disgracing him, that is doing all sorts of things, that is making a lot of people to disrespect him and all that. He did not disown his son. Oh, he did not. Oh, instead he said, I love you, son, I'm proud of you, son. So he's not your father. He's not your father. Stop deceiving yourself. Then moving on to Oyedepo. Oyedepo made his first son, after they recall Ojeme. Ojeme was my pastor's. Then they recall Ojeme. He bring his own son, very young boy, to be heading the whole Europe. You heard me. So we now move from Bamazi to Chatham to Irit. So he bought his son got married, so he bought 3-bedroom house for his son. David lived there with his wife and children. When they recall back to Nigeria, what did he do? The next pastor that was sent to London, they didn't allow that pastor to live in that 3-bedroom house that his own son was living in. Oh, they went and rent, I think they said flat or so, for that pastor. So it's not your father. They know their own pay, their own children. Stop fooling yourself. Stop fooling yourself. That's another one. I'm moving on now to Chris Oyakilome. When Chris Oyakilome's daughter wanted to get married, he invited Benny Hinn. Although Benny Hinn is a curse, but he didn't know that. He think Benny Hinn is a better thing that will ever happen to him and his family, to attend his son's to attend his son's wedding, and to officiate, to lay hands on his son, on his daughter, sorry, not son, on his daughter and the daughter and son-in-law, to officiate the wedding, to make everything just look good and all that, to lay hands and everything. So they know good thing to do for their own children. How many wedding in that church? Why did he not invite Benny Hinn to officiate the wedding? You know how much they will pay their Benny Hinn to come there? Although Benny Hinn is a curse anyway, Benny Hinn has no good to offer. So Benny Hinn is the senior grandmaster. So it's not your father. All of you wake up. Even Sinach wedding, they did not invite Benny Hinn. That's another one. I'm moving on now to NHS, the small one. His own daughter's wedding. There were 4 or 5 weddings before his daughter's wedding, that day, the same day. They make sure that they did his daughter's wedding last. So those ones that were nothing, they did their own wedding first. So Oyedepo now came to officiate his own daughter's wedding the same day. Oh, so what I'm saying now, why didn't they do everything with everybody? I know Oyedepo will lay hands on everybody, though it's not a good answer anyway. So you see the difference now. All of you that is still fighting, say they are your spiritual parents. They cannot be your parents. They have their own children and they know their own children. Stop deceiving yourself and stop making mockery of your own life. That's all I have to say to you. Look at Ashimolowo now, running up and down the sons that he had when he already started his ministry. People already started with him, and now when he stepped down, he ran away from London because of all the evil he has done and all that. He put his son in charge. So they are not your parents. They know their own children. They know. Stop fooling yourself. That's the examples. Maybe that example will open your brains. So, and let's go into the Bible now. Bible say, call no one your father. Our father, our earthly father, they are our guardians, and God give them that grace because he actually gave them to us, gave us to them to look after us, to nourish us, to send us to school, provide for them and everything. So they have the grace, so we can call them our father. So all this one, they are strangers, you just met them on the street and everything. Because you are in good shape and all that, you are a graduate, majority of them, you are better than their own children, but they make you to serve their children. And their children now are even policing your own children, pushing them around. I saw Leke Adeboye's birthday wishes, and one of that boy said thank you sir for the asset, and I'm like, for the access, sorry, for the access, and I'm like, what access? That one is being initiated because their fathers initiate you, and their own children now initiating your children. You see your life, you better know God for yourself and stop all this religious nonsense. Stop being religious and know Christ for yourself. These men are not they are not going anywhere. They are living in disobedience. God is not looking at their side, and that's why the mess everywhere. Rufai is shaming them, dragging them, disgracing them, and they cannot even cough because they've eaten on their table. They've eaten on their table, and these ones know that God has left them. They are only barking. They are toothless dogs. Thank you, my people. See you in my next video. Bye for now.